Ladies and gentlemen, today we bring to you one of the finest things in life, and that is thick girls. Today, today we gather here, kind of to follow up on a season 3 episode. We did an episode talking about some of our favorite slice of life shows, and I can't remember if the anime hadn't started airing yet or if it hadn't reached completion yet, but it was one of those conditions. We're going to be talking today about Plus Sized Elf. Now, show of hands, who here can guess which of the 7 Tomo Bros introduced this series to the other 6? Yeah, go ahead. Go down to the comments right now. Place your bets. Who do you think is responsible for this?
This is a hard one. This is very hard.
Now, see, I understand some of you who have followed along with the Tomo Bros from the very beginning are going to be like, "Oh, this isn't fair. This easily could be Snek, and this easily could be Ditaku." Yes, there is a pear-shaped dark elf in this series, and so I can completely understand if you guys, for even an instant, believed that Ditaku might be responsible. Alas, no. It was me, the Hipster Snek. It was me,
Gasp.
all along.
Gasp! Gasp! Who even says gasp anyway?
Oh, hey, we did that joke already. Never mind. So, I discovered Plus Size Elf in its original manga run.
And man, I don't even remember how it seems like this show has been with us for like at least 10 years.
Something like
so
that.
You're gonna have to like explain this. I do not recall this version. It's been I've seen like it's been here for a while.
I believe, as my foggy memory of that time dost recall, I believe I was looking, I want to say it was around the time I first discovered Please Tell Me Galco. And I was looking for manga in a similar vein. It was, if you guys aren't familiar, Please Tell Me Galco is a very short 5-volume manga about a bunch of high school girls telling perverted jokes. That's basically the series. It's really good. We'll do an episode on that someday when I force these guys
to watch. It's
like
a slightly more coherent pop team epic, as I understand it.
It's not that crazy, but like it's like high school girls going through boring everyday life and telling a mixture of dirty jokes and some like genuinely heartwarming moments about friendship. Great series. We'll get to that later. Around that same time, I stumbled upon Plus Sized Elf. The Japanese title, I believe, is like Elves Can't Diet or something like that. I'd have to double check with the ranger for the specifics. But I saw it, and it's like, oh, there's 2 worlds. There's the human world and the monster world. And linking them are a series of gates whose origins are mysterious, aka not relevant. The story just doesn't really talk about them. They exist, and you accept that at face value and move on. So,
yeah, I was about to say it basically is just it's a plot, device in order to get, monster girls to this world, basically.
Yes. So it starts when a young blonde woman walks into a massage therapy / dietitian's office, and a young and well-meaning young man is encountered his first monster girl, in this case, Elfuda, a forest elf. And she inadvertently reveals her dagger ears, and he's just like, oh, well, why are there elves? Like I've never seen one before. What does this mean? And Elfuda tells him. well, there's these gates, and the gates, they don't remember how many people came through the gates, but the gates do, after a fashion, remember how much came through the gates. This creates a problem because, as we learn, elves are vegetarian. They eat leafy greens. They eat lettuce and cabbage and kale and other forms of unhappiness. And so their diet is very bland. While on Earth, Elfuda discovers French fries. And boy, does she discover French fries. So she basically wolfs down tons of fries and gains a whole bunch of weight. Hence,
That's not
plus size
the
elf.
verb I would have used, but pigs out comes to mind.
Oh, clearly that's talking about Oku, but we'll get to her.
She is a good girl. The problem with that is that she's not even trying to lose weight for health reasons the way that Elfuda is.
Yep.
Oku just wants to do it in order to get a husband.
So Elfuda confides in her human, Naue. And Naue is like, hey, I do health and dietary advising in addition to my job as a massage therapist. So I can teach you some exercises and dietary tips that will help you on your weight loss journey. And then once you're back to your...
Oh, I was just going to say, as an aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is very much for you absolute patricians out there. This is pre-elf and human. This is basically elf and human, pre-elf and human.
It kind of is. I hadn't thought of that, but you raise a very good comparison with that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just it just occurred to me. So
there are some comparisons that need to be made. Absolutely. So Fuda begins faithfully following Naue's advice, and before he knows it, she's slimmed back down to normal, and she returns to the gate from whence she came. And Naue is like, "Wow, that sure was strange, but you know what? I did something good. I helped someone, and even across this weird two-world dimension we live in, we will always be friends." And he's like, you know what? I deserve a treat. I'm going to get like a cheeseburger and some fries and a soda. I'm going to let myself have an unhealthy meal just this once, just for fun, and, relax for a job well done. So he goes to...
This is important to know because Naue, his extreme discipline. The dude is, in superb shape.
Yes.
He's, just an absolute unit. So, yeah, this is just kind of his treat.
Yep, he's gonna break bad one time and kind of celebrate, in honor of his new friend. So he goes to the burger shack, and who is there stuffing her gob with French fries but Elfuda? Because
wow, you couldn't even leave my shop, huh? No, I went to my world and then I came back. Which is funny because that was the entire thing. Is they did a fake out on you later, where it seemed like, oh, she's gone forever. 2 pages, she's back.
She's literally back because she couldn't help herself and she wanted French fries again.
Yes.
And she basically balloons to even bigger than before. Now, before anyone goes into the comments and begins accusing me of reading material of inappropriate age, one, I'm like a million years old, so it's fine. I can watch R and double R rated. I can watch R and double R rated movies, but not triple R rated movies because I'm not 70 yet.
That is true. According to senior card gauges, you would be able to watch double R rated.
Yes.
I don't even think my father could watch triple R rated.
So, yes, the series has a lot of ecchi humor. Especially in the manga and the uncensored version of the anime, you're gonna see a lot of mammary glands and butt cheeks. Lots and lots and lots of both.
Drats. What a shame
How horrible. I know.
But what about the armpits, though?
Yeah, no, you can see a couple armpits here and there. It does get,
Boy.
it does get down and dirty in that respect. It's ecchi. There is a censored version of the anime, but we'll get to the anime here in a minute because it kind of requires a few asterisks to be appended to it. So along the way, Elfuda tells Naue, "Hey, I'm not the only monster girl around. There are others, and we're probably going to start encountering them soon." And he's like, "Okay, like, are they dangerous?" And she's like, "Oh, no, they're not dangerous.
Well,
Well, some of them are."
I don't know. Do you believe in gravity? What an odd question. I'm
What
just saying, large objects tend to...
the greater the mass, the greater
Huh?
the force of attraction. That's Snek's
What?
law.
Huh? What? Foreshadowing sometimes. It's relatively obvious.
So, like, a series of mishaps begins happening, and that said, this is a slice of life comedy. Not like this is not really in the strictest sense like a quote unquote harem romance series, but it also kind of is. Naoe's interest in these girls is purely professional and friendly. He's not directly attempting to court any of them, but
Reed,
it's
he is dead as a neutron star
yes. And the
because
girls
all of
are
them basically are
very,
flirting with him,
yeah, they
like
are
very
very into
aggressively.
him.
And on top of that, his boss at the clinic he works at is also like aggressively all the time.
And she's constantly, asking things that maybe a boss shouldn't be asking of her subordinate.
Yeah, a little bit of kind of a little bit of.
Very
He was
cougar.
HR, Republic representative. Be like, but once again, he's like stupendously dense, and so he just doesn't seem to occur to him, I guess.
He's just like, oh, you. And like the very
It's
first
the hardest
manga.
thing. My boss just keeps. I walk into the room and all hardest thing
Yeah.
happening. Boss, you should wear your clothes. You're
gonna catch a cold like that. And then, at the end of all my shifts, she's like, "We should go get rip-roaring drunk and see where the night takes us." And I'm like, "Haha, boss, alcohol is empty carbohydrates. I can't do that."
That's gonna kill gains, bro.
So
hold on. Now I got to go with my best friend Joshua.
Oh,
it comes full circle.
It all comes back. It all comes back together. This next video game channel is secretly just subliminal brainwashing to get you guys to date big girls. That's the long game right there, ladies and gentlemen.
So, it's that one meme of the Zoomer being with the brain control helmet. It's like, oh, I will date thick girls. I will date thick girls. Yes.
Yep. If someone can Photoshop me up that'd be very much appreciated. So they start going around town, doing things. Naue is desperately trying to keep Elfuda in line because she has the willpower of a potato, which is appropriate given that she becomes kind of potato-shaped and potato-addicted.
Yeah.
And then they discover, working at a nearby convenience store, is a dark elf. And the dark elves and the forest elves have a long history of hatred towards one another. Why? It's not important, because it's funny. So,
it's just kind of a thing of like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And that's about it. There's no real reason ever given for any of it.
Nope. So they mentioned that like their peoples had been at war in the past, but no real reason is given for as to why that was the case. And
also, I have to say, I really like Kuroeda, who is the name of the dark elf, by the way. The fact that she uses her magic in like really, really intelligent ways.
Yeah, definitely.
She, out of all of the things, in a big box retail, the fact that she can literally conjure intelligent servants out of nothing and then proceed to go stock shelves or, like go man the cash register. It's like, that is such a brilliant thing. Yep. And yet, this is one of the few, characters in fiction I can think of that actually do stuff like this.
Yeah, no, that is a
So
very good point. She's very practical in her thinking, and Kuro Eda is to her waist and hips what Elfuda is to her chest and belly. And
she's
she's pear shaped. She's literally pear shaped elf.
she is a she's a paid.
Pig.
She's a paid boy.
Pig. Yes.
No, she's a paid. Pade.
Paid. Okay.
Pade. Paid. Yes. I said it right. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going with elf girl, not dark elf, but okay, I'm with you now.
No, I mean, I suppose paid. I suppose paid.
Okay, no, either works.
And then you have Paul, or Alfuda.
Yeah, definitely. And an interesting thing about this story, the author is a woman. So before any of you Twitter warriors take up your keyboards against me, you must understand the artist / author. One, it's a grown woman who herself claims to be plus sized, and two, her history is mostly like H-dojins. So this is like her tamest work.
This doesn't surprise me. Like, Bocchi the Rock. Are you familiar with that one?
I know of.
You know how she got her start?
How's that?
She started drawing H. Dojinshi Blue Archive. So,
all right.
Yeah.
The
it's
author...
not new, actually, to have, manga artists start in porn, basically.
Yeah.
Not as actors, but to draw it.
Right.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, no one really seems to know her actual name. Her screen name is... we're not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of people have suggested Senekdok, Senekdok, and Senectiki as possible pronunciations. And I'm just not sure. So, Senectiki Sensei, if you're out there, please, how do we say it? Help us.
I've always assumed it was kind of Sindosh, but
But who knows?
Just, I mean, well, let's put it this way. For years and years and years, I thought it was Gang, who apparently is tight. Tight,
Kubo.
Man, this is loose or tight.
Yeah.
But yes, so shrug.
So we're not sure.
I have no clue. Yeah.
We're just not sure.
I usually pride myself in being able to say Japanese names. So.
Yeah, so some of these remain a mystery, and I guess that's just proof that there's always more to learn.
Yes.
Now, more and more Monster Girls start pouring in, and I don't have time to revisit every single one of their story arcs, so I'm going to give you kind of the broad strokes. Along the way, they meet Kusa Hanada, who is a mandragora, and she is this very sweet, top-heavy plant shop owner who loves plants more than anything and has a very gentle, easygoing personality. That is...
Wow, you jumped ahead like 3 or 4, as I recall.
I kind of forget the exact order of which they appear, I'll be honest, so I'm jumping around.
There's Olga, there's Laika, there's Meru, right. Then there's
slow down a tiny
Mandragora
bit. Yes, well, we'll get to all of them, don't worry.
Yes, I'm just saying, you jumped ahead to like the show.
Yeah. Well, again,
it's okay, bro. It's okay. I know.
I haven't revisited the early parts of the series in a while, and I'll get to why later. She's a mandragora, and her running gag is she normally only drinks water, but if she's watered by something other than water, her personality changes depending on what it is she drinks.
Oh my!
Yes, quite a bit. There's Ditaku's waifu, Laika, who is not a dog, and she will remind you repeatedly she is not a dog. But
she's a werewolf.
She's a werewolf, yes. Yeah. She is not a dog, but she loves belly rubs. She loves chasing sticks. And
see, the thing is she pretends to be basically like a great penis.
Yep.
In her lycanthrope form. and she actually has gone out of her way to help children, like, and people do things. But while in her lycanthrope, people are like, "Oh, it's a doggy," and give her food, and she's like, "Well, clearly I am the lord of this land, so I will take you." And she can't say no.
No,
She just begs.
Yep.
That's kind of her thing.
But she's not a dog.
No. And
There's
that's kind of her joke, is that, people will say things and she's like, "I'm not a dog."
oh, dogs love to chase sticks, not a dog. So there's Olga, who is an Oni. You might discover very quickly that a lot of these names are stupid puns on their race.
Most of them are.
Most.
I mean, yeah. And if you want to, my brother and, the professor like to joke about muscle mommies. She literally is me, to the point that, she, a lot of times she goes up to now and is like, wouldn't it be great to have, oh yeah, children are pretty great. Would you like to have some with me? Wait, what?
I do not understand.
That's funny. You're funny, Olga. You're funny.
Yes, Olga's weakness.
One of these days, you're going to say yes.
Olga's weakness is she loves human alcohol, and she keeps throwing it back, and yeah, so that's why she has gained a bunch of weight.
But she's like stupidly strong,
yeah,
which is kind of her thing.
As an Oni, she is ludicrously muscle dense. There's Mero, who is the mermaid, who also talks with a Kansai-ban accent, so that's interesting.
She also makes really, really laboriously bad puns.
Yeah, her puns are like, it's supposed to be, so she's basically making like grandpa jokes, basically.
Yeah.
That's her bit. And she runs a fish market, which now he's like, isn't that a little messed up? And she's like, no, I'm not a fish. I'm a mermaid. It's totally different.
And to be perfectly honest, I mean, fish eat fish all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of goes hand in hand, really.
I mean, you look at the apex predator sharks; they are cannibals all the time. So,
from in utero going forward, even.
Well, I don't really have a rejoinder to that, so yeah. So shut up. Buy my fish.
Well, all right then. Then there is Oku, who is an orc. And not the big green underbite Warcraft orcs. No, she is the pig man kind of orc.
She's basically an AD&D, pigman orc, like something you'd see straight out of wizardry or old school like Record of Lost War. Imagine old Ganon, and you basically have it exactly.
Yeah, similar idea. So if Laika is Yutaku's waifu, Oku is mine.
Wow, this comes as a shock. I know. Ran out of nowhere.
It's so surprising that the soft, feminine, girly one with massive ears is definitely Snek's favorite.
Massive personality. She has a
huge personality. Huge
gigantic
personality.
Very, very, very kind, very thoughtful.
Absolutely. Yes, that one would be Snek's favorite. What are the odds?
And it's funny, like out of all of them, she's the only one who's like, well, in orcish society, being bigger actually gives you greater status. Now that, boys can go to the other world, which is to say the world we're in right now, beauty standards have changed. I need to lose.
Poor Oku. I accept you just as you are, Oku. We run into Gonda, who is the dragon. And her bit is she basically speaks via telepathy. She is incredibly lazy, which is the real reason she's gaining weight, is because she basically puts zero effort into anything she does.
OMG,
She lays around and kind of just hangs out around this children's playground and just looks for shiny objects because dragons hoard treasure.
I mean, to be fair, most of the things happen around like this one particular, kindergarten playground that they all kind of hang out at, which is, where the entire like the very first hey, Leica, you're like a dog, throws stick. Leica just looks at Naui like, yeah, no.
Not a dog.
Oh, I thought that would work.
Oh, and
never mind. Oh, you're missing someone actually. The queen of the playground actually.
Yes. I almost overlooked Kobo or Hobie. Okay, so this is complicated. When the character was first designed, it was supposed to be Hobie the Hobbit. She was supposed to be a halfling. Problem is, most of the world, Hobbit's a copyrighted word, owned, I believe, by the Tolkien Foundation.
Yeah, it's the reason why in D&D they're halflings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though everyone knows they're supposed to be hobbits.
Yes. So, she was actually redubbed Kobo the Kobold. And yeah, now she is a kobold. I don't know how this has affected things retroactively, but in the English-speaking world, she's Kobo.
I mean, okay, to be fair, if you're thinking about Germanic folklore, kobolds are literally they are basically just like Germanic gnomes. So, I mean, it works either way,
it does.
Honestly. The entire thing of like kobolds being like little dragon imps is entirely a fiction Dungeons and Dragons.
And that's true.
So,
and that is true.
And honestly, I could take it or leave it. I care.
It's fine. I'll be honest. Kobold stories are usually the least interesting ones.
What are you talking about? Her running an extortion racket
around candy, literally stealing candy from small children. Which
and
honestly,
she's a grown adult, by the way, and yet she's stealing from.
She is a grown adult, but she looks like she's like a 5 or 7-year-old girl. So Olga keeps wanting to adopt her, and she's just like, "No, I'm a grown woman. Let me extort children for their candy."
Yes.
And Olga has a rival. Yes, because we get Hitomi, the Cyclops. And she, being a member of a giant tribe, is a rival of the Oni. So basically, anytime these two are in the same room together, they're basically talking mad smack about each other, like nonstop.
Yeah, you start to notice about about halfway through the series, they introduce like basically the main cast, and then they start introducing rivals to the main cast. Yep. Like Elfuda's, I want to say Anne shows up, and she basically like puts the god in the girls, just all of them. It's a pretty funny. You know what, Snek? I dare you to have that panel be the thumbnail.
where she?
Do you think we could get away with that?
I'll make a backup just in case, but I bet you we can. Honestly, like my channel is so small. I think I've flown below radar on a few things before. So I bet we can. I bet we can.
That panel is pretty glorious. She's how would I even explain? She basically lines them up and then like just
slap all of them across their backsides. Yes.
Yes. She is efficient. She can be baby poop.
Absolutely. Next, there is Honeda, who is a skeleton. Now, you might be going, Snek, don't be ridiculous. There's not going to be a skeleton. This is a story about plus-sized girls. She's a skeleton.
Snek, is this some kind of like commentary on anorexia?
Shockingly enough, no. You see, Haneda is able to project a hard light construct of a human body around her skeleton. And by means not entirely made clear, her human light projection has put on weight somehow. So
You
despite the
know,
fact she is a skeleton, she is a plus-size skeleton, much in the same fashion as the character creator in Soul Calibur 6.
she's big boned.
Big
She's
boned.
got a big bone. Words I did not expect to say.
So the last major girl, at least from the first arc, is Satoru, and she is a satirist. And she's basically like, oh, I'm from the tribe of mischievous dark magic, and I'm gonna mess with these stupid people every chance I get because their friendship makes me really really jealous. But I'm tsundere, so I'm not gonna come out and say it.
I guarantee. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, if you look up this and you're going to see things on YouTube, it's going to be one of the later episodes with her in it because if I recall correctly, is she the one who has the capacity to invade people's dreams?
Uh, she can do all sorts of dark magic in the second manga, Plus Size Elf Second Helping. There is a Baku, and she teams up with the Baku and starts messing with their dreams, including a sequence of showing Naue. Actually, no, she does it twice. I'm sorry. It is Satoru who does it, because in the first part, she does the high school AU dream sequence. And the whole thing is they're all in high school together, and they reveal
Wait, I am
that
late for the end of school. And then at the end, he's like, wait a second.
I'm a grown man.
Graduated from high school.
I'm not in school anymore.
So it's Saturday.
So like Sotero shows them the high school AU, and the gag, she sets up the high school AU and then shows them this what if scenario where it's revealed the girls made a promise to Naue that he would marry the one among them who gained the most weight. And then he kind of just wakes up and it's like, what? What is going on? Why was that so weird? And the thing about Sotero is
I can't understand why they would do that. It's so bizarre.
that's so strange. Sotero, despite being a satirist, apparently it turns out she is pure of heart in that she has never seen lewd things before. So when something inevitably goes wrong with her plans, and usually Naue is stripped down nude in front of her, she gets so flustered she can't see her plans through to completion and has to run away crying that she is no longer fit for marriage. I'm not joking.
Wow.
Not joking. That's literally her running gag.
I mean, I know. I've seen the first series. I will admit I have not seen Second Helping, so I can't speak on that. But yeah, I've seen. She's basically used as a vehicle.
Yeah, she's
like, I want to see some movies.
Yeah, as I say, she's definitely there to facilitate some of the fan service, but of course you have like, oh, we're gonna go to a sauna. No, girls, why are you all in the same side of the sauna as me? Well, now, this is a unisex sauna. Everyone just goes to the same place together.
Okay, now this is definitely not real. Exactly. This is a comic there now. Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. It's not important. No, I think this is important.
Wait, what? Huh?
So you might be going, okay, Snek, what's the end game? What is the point of the series? Well, you see, at the end of each manga, or rather, kind of at the end of certain chapters, there will be a little bit from Naue talking about, oh, here's some healthy exercise tips, and here's some healthy eating tips, and basically the girls just ignore him as hard as they possibly can. And they just do whatever they want because they all have no willpower and share the same brain cell.
This is like terraformers of dating, of soft exercise and dieting and posture. In that, yeah, they'll just add like pepper in like really good advice or like thoughts about like exercising, dieting.
Yep.
Like small things you could do to help you, and then also there's just like oodles of fan service.
Yes, this series relishes fan service, and it's all big girl fan service. And you know what? I did forget another character. I apologize. There are the Gorgon sisters, Medesa, Ure, and Suteno. Not Steno, Suteno.
I was about to say, Noodle's gonna come over here with a steel chair.
No. That's actually their names. It's not Medusa. She's Medesa. And
Yeah,
she
it's not
is...
Medusa, Uriel.
No.
Yes.
Now, Medesa loves ramen, and she will just engorge on ramen. And funny enough, the author actually has some concept art for her, and like every incarnation, she just keeps getting bigger. So there's a thing you might notice. If you start reading from the very first chapter and just keep going into second helping, the girls are gonna get bigger. Spoiler alert.
Now you say that, do you mean... Oh.
I mean bigger on like all axes.
Oh.
All of the axes.
So I guess what I'm saying is, now, is that you believe in gravity? What a question!
Another thing we learn is Ure, the one of the Gorgon sisters, her kind of thing is that she doesn't really talk very much. She probably has the least dialogue of any on-screen named character. But it turns out that when she passed through the gate and started eating human food, she lost weight. She's actually slimmed down. So she's trapped in this world and unable to go home because she needs to plump up in order to go home.
I'm not sure how to deal with this. I'm not sure how to comment on this. I feel like I can't really comment. I feel like as soon as I comment on this, if I get to the wall and like give him a cigarette, it's like, yeah, there, Nitaku. Now we're gonna just ventilate you now.
You know, Nitaku, I'll raise the stakes just for you. Several of her outfits and concept arts have her in a dress that deliberately shows off her armpits.
No one's ever going to believe that, I
don't actually...
No one's ever going to believe.
Don't actually dig armpits.
No, I don't. But you know what? If it's for the bits, I'll say it.
I need the Aragorn subtitle edit where it's like, for the bit.
It's just Itaku's head.
Just for the bit.
He himself just runs off.
So
Leroy!
To answer the earlier question, what is the end game? There really isn't one. It's a cute slice of life story about a bunch of monster girls who happen to fall in love with the same dense neutron star of a man. And silly things happen, and like eventually like Elfuda and her aunt literally are like living in the same apartment as him, and they just like come and go, and they all end up with keys to his apartment, but he doesn't seem to remember giving any of them to them.
I think the end game is the fact that the author gets to draw fake monster girls.
Yep.
And isn't that really the dream of all
it
monster
is
girl lovers?
It is, though. It is. And there's a sequel. There's Plus Size Elf Second Helping. What is it? Well, one, it's ongoing, so I can't really tell you how it concludes, but I will tell you it's the same but more. And I mean that in all capacities, because like I said...
you would say perhaps it's a second helping?
Yeah. The girls are bigger, and there's more of them. Like I said, there's a Baku who shows up, and shows Naue an AU where he marries literally every single girl and has children with them. And you get to see just how many children he would have with each monster girl. And let me tell you, Oku is fertile. Because pigs, pigs have litters.
I think you sent me that one. I think you sent me that one. Yes.
Yes. It's still this very silly, like, it has its wholesome moments just peppered in with gratuitous thick girl fan service. And like, yeah, you should strive to be healthy. But, if you happen to be dummy thick, there's, probably a neutron star out there waiting to meet you and to get to know you. And you should like yourself regardless as to whether you've met your goals yet or not. So,
And life is a journey. And you know what? As Freddie Mercury once posited, fat bottom girls make this rocking world go round.
absolutely. Uh,
I
so
did it.
we included a Queen reference this time. Go team.
Yes, we included fat bottom girls.
So there was an anime adaptation that goes up to close to the end of the original manga's run. Kinda, sorta. Now, here's the thing. They clearly had no faith in it because, well, the money's on the screen, ladies and gents. There's animation errors in the opening dance sequence, and the episodes only run 15 minutes. And the last 10 minutes are like these little, like, paper doll on popsicle sticks moments where Naoe goes over some of the exercise and diet information he does in the manga. Now you might be going, oh, well, if it's just like the educational portion, maybe that's not such a big deal. But no, they're clearly doing it to round off corners. Like,
You know what? Honestly, if it was akin to Inferno Cop, I would still be okay with that, but I just because I think I am easily entertained by like popsicle. Well,
like
I'm just saying, Snek, that if we ever actually got the popsicle stick puppets, that we would definitely need to do one of our April like that. Just
that would be pretty darn entertaining, not gonna lie. The thing is, like, the anime does faithfully retell several of the early stories from the first run of the first manga. The thing is, it is kind of the inferior version. Uh, the voice cast is all in. Everyone does a great job. I think the voice cast does a wonderful job as their respective characters. The animation suffers, and it suffers a lot. There's a lot of jank moments. Even like the little popsicle stick characters are basically just like chibi cutouts with like a lip flap, and that's like all they get. And it
so
was kind of
exactly the same amount of animation as Inferno Cop then. Okay.
Yeah, in some ways, yes. Um, did I enjoy it? Yes, but I was already a fan. Um, the anime is oftentimes like the ease of access route to get into a lot of these stories. And I kind of feel like this anime might ultimately have the opposite effect. I think people might look at it and be like, oh, well, this looks lazy and like there's errors. And I kind of feel like it might turn some people off from what is otherwise a really, really good series.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, it probably was kind of a niche product just because it's kind of a niche product already.
It is.
I hate to say this.
No, it is.
Which is a shame because frick, I'm just gonna say her name, Sindosh. Sindosh Sensei's art is actually really, really good.
It is. Yes.
I really like it. So
yeah, absolutely.
Just separating, the clear reason why we're all here, putting that aside, difficult as that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Her figure and anatomy is actually even with that.
Yes.
I'm kind of motioning off to the side. You can't see that. I understand, but just imagine it in your mind that I'm kind of, gesticulating. So.
Yeah. No, definitely true. Her art and anatomy and the facial expressions of the characters are all really good. And one of the things is, like, it is a gag manga at heart. It's mostly focused on comedy. And some of the references she does are brilliantly executed. Like, she even does an homage to the infamous reaction face from One Piece. So, like, she pays a lot of tributes to other popular manga. It's super fun. And even then, I think if you go into the anime knowing what to expect, knowing it's kind of like the abridged version, and you just kind of want to see some of these characters move around and talk and be a little more animated, then yeah, by all means, watch it. But this is going to be one of those things where I'm like, read the manga, if you skip the anime, you're not really missing out on anything that the manga doesn't already do better.
This is kind of the problem with another series that we both love there, bro.
Which one?
This is the same as Bobobo.
That's true. That is
I mean,
very
Toei
true, actually.
clearly kind of just like, this is, not doing the numbers for us. The numbers basically being One Piece.
Yeah.
And so they're like,
oh, well, we're 73 episodes in and in the middle of a major story arc? Too bad. We're going to stop right here.
Right when one of the best arcs actually drops and like a bunch of characters. There's a huge series of revelation. Nah.
Yeah.
Toei's got to make more One Piece.
The entire lore of the Hair Kingdom is dropped like immediately afterward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good comparison.
Are you saying you're salty about a 20-year-old?
There could be truth to that.
The answer is may surprise you, and the answer is yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. We are very salty. But here's the thing. Plus Size Elf is really good. And if you're looking for a good, breezy comedy read about, silly monster girls who fall in love with this goofy human guy who's just trying to do his day job, then you will have a very fun time, manga and anime alike.
Yeah. And unlike other Monster Girl series, there is actually something to it other than, oh man, I sure love to live with my wife who is also. And then you have to explain to your mom about why, you're like, oh no, Anon, I'm here and I'm on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lot less about questionable merchandise purchases and more about seeing these characters interact in a fun way. And if you guys have read and or watched Plus Size Elf, go down to the comments now and tell us who your waifu is. Let us know who your favorite monster girl is, and tell us how we are wrong and your waifu is definitely superior to our picks. I'd be curious to know.
I mean, it's an interesting, interesting glass house I am living in. Don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm throwing stones at Monster Musume, because I here I am, like just silently just sad that 12 Beast got canceled, which honestly was superior, but
Nah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no, I would say like for an ecchi comedy series, it has a lot of heart. There's some wholesome moments. You see a genuine friendship and bond between these characters, and it is darn good. It is darn good, and you guys should check it out. There is a reprint running on at least Amazon and probably some other sites of the original series. So now is a great time to get into it. We're up to, I want to say, as of this recording, I want to say volume 5 of Second Helping. So there is a lot of goodness to dive into.
Also, we are not being sponsored by 7Seas Publishing or whoever is. I want to say it's 7Seas Publication.
I'm not sure.
Look this up.
We got to be scientifically accurate when we're talking about our ecchi comedy series.
Well, I don't like saying, the wrong thing.
No,
yeah.
7Seas.
No, it's advertised by 7Seas Entertainment. Yep, I'm right. I know my manga localizers.
Yep. Yeah, so this is just a wonderful series. You guys owe it to yourself to check it out. It is super great. Interesting. It's saying that there's 2 OVA episodes. I don't remember seeing that. I will have to research this and report back later. And wait, they dubbed it? When did they dub the Plus Sized Elf's anime?
Oh, baby, looks like it's going to be a watch-along party after.
I guess I have no choice but to rewatch the anime again. Okay.
Watch it be, done by the Funimation crew, so it's going to be,
I don't.
Hey guys, it's me, Chris Sabat.
I don't.
Again.
I don't recognize any of these names, to be honest. Juliet Simmons. That's like the one name on this list I've recognized so far.
It's me, Chris Sabat. I am now I am here. Also,
I don't see
with
Chris
my best friend, Richard Epcar.
No, I don't see either of those guys on here.
Flawless humanity.
I will follow up I will put a pinned comment under this episode and report back with my thoughts on the dub once I'm able to watch it.
You know what? I would pay good money to have Naue be Richard Epcar so he could talk about like creeping mendacity.
He's voiced by Kieran Axel. That's not a name I'm familiar with.
Well, let me see. I'm curious. I'm sure I've heard things by him.
Oh darn! I guess I'm just gonna have to sit down and watch Plus Sized Elf again.
Again, darn.
Anyway, we've dragged this ending out quite sufficiently. So, everyone, thank you for listening all the way to the end of another episode of the Tomodachi Bros podcast. Let us know down below what you thought. Have you read or seen Plus Size Elf before? And if you have, what are your thoughts? We'd love to know. We'd love to hear it. And again, let us know who your waifu is, because we want to compare notes. And thank you, Dutaku, for joining me in this look at this wonderful and underrated series.
I've reformed. You're welcome.
Wonderful. Anyway, this has been the Hipster Snek, and this is the Tomodachi Bros podcast. Please tune in every week for more excellence just like this. We will see you in the next one.